Welcome back to Cookery with Mrs. C and Mrs. T. Today we are making French bread pizza. For our base, we're going to use a French stick.
Yes, we are.
On top of that, we will then add our choice of sauce. Now you might like barbecue.
Or you might like tomato. You can choose.
Then a nice layer of grated, what's it called?
Flowers.
Grated flowers? No.
No. Cheese. Cheese. Grommet.
So some lovely grated cheese. Oh, my favourite.
I love cheese. Then, once you've put on your base and your cheese, you can add whichever toppings you like. Personally, we have chosen ham, pepper, onion, a cooked chicken, pineapple. Yes, pineapple does go on pizza, absolutely.
Not so sure.
I'll eat that one then. And you can have a mushrooms if you like mushrooms. Neither of us do, but we bought it to show you. And some sweet corn. Hope you enjoy it. Right, are we ready?
I think we are.
Step one. What do we do first? Eat it.
No, bread first, Mrs. Cornelia.
Bread first. Okay.
Right, so we need to cut our bread.
You have a French stick. I suggest you cut it into, how many pieces?
3.
Thirds. Into 3 pieces, which is thirds. Okay? Be careful with the sharp knives. We don't want any fingers missing. Okay, Mrs. Triggle, no first aid today.
No, first aid.
So we're going to put our knife on the end and we're just going to go backwards and forwards, all crumbs, until you've opened your French stick in half, like that. And then we have 2 halves. This could feed up to 6 people, or 2 if you're hungry. Okay, so we're going to halve our French sticks and then we're going to put on our choice of topping. What are you going to choose first, Mrs. Triggle?
Sauce first.
Which one are you going to choose?
It's got to be barbecue.
Okay, I'll have the tomato. So, I'm going to use a chopping board and we're going to put some of our sauce onto the bread. Okay? Put as much or as little as you like. Ready? No squirty noises, Mrs. T.
I can't guarantee
Oh!
that. Making a funny
Oh!
noise.
And you just spread it around just to give it a nice thin coating. I might need more on mine in a minute.
I think you might.
But you can add it. You can't take it away. You can add. Okay? So we just... Oh, that smells good. I'm hungry. I want my dinner. Just spread it around so you've got a nice coating over the top of your pizza bread. This is so easy. So easy.
But fun.
But fun. Very,
Definitely
very fun.
Just going to wash my knife.
There we go. Can you remember what we said goes on next, guys? What did we say goes on next?
Ah, that's right. It's those flowers.
No, the flour's in the bread, I'm afraid. It's
Oh,
already in there.
silly Mrs. T.
Cheese.
Must be the cheese.
So, how much are we going to put on? Am I just going to chuck the whole lot on?
I hope not.
Would that be greedy?
It would be. That's we need to share.
Okay, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just do a little sprinkling just to cover up the sauce. Spread it around a bit with your fingers if you like. A little bit of grated cheese on both sides. we are.
Of course,
There you
you'll
go,
have
Mrs. Triggle.
you'll have the fun of grating the cheese. We've
Yes.
already done this one.
I did that at home.
So you'll have the fun bit of actually grating the cheese. Don't eat too much while you grate it though.
No, because you want some for the top. Okay. Oh, that looks nice, Mrs. J.
Thank you.
Oh, yum.
Middle, there we go. I'm just going to put the lid on till we use it
Okay.
later.
Right, shall I put it in the fridge?
Yeah, I think it's best.
So, what shall we put on next?
Topping time.
Oh,
Yay!
toppings.
So,
Cheese.
I'm going to start by chopping the onion.
Oh, shall I get the tissues?
Yeah, the onions can make
Oh,
you cry,
Okay.
but I'm feeling brave.
Okay, it's all right.
So, I'm going to chop the ends off first. Get rid of those, we don't need those.
Again,
There we
you've
go.
got a sharp knife, so let your grown-up do this bit because the onion's quite hard.
It is.
It's not as nice as bread.
In the food waste. Then I'm going to take the outside off the onion. Just going to make a little cut down the side. Just make it a little bit easier to get those off.
Peel off the outside layer and the brown bit. You don't want the brown bit.
Did that bit in the food waste?
No. So,
Right. I'm going to chop it in half. My knife will go through.
how many pieces is it in half? How many pieces of a whole? 2.
Well done. Now, do I want this really big chunks of onion, Mrs. Cornelius?
Well, you might, but I don't.
And I'm not going to chop lots of it because we've only got a couple of pizzas to make. So just a couple of pieces, but I'm going to make it into smaller pieces. So I'm going to chop these up again just to make them all a little bit smaller.
Can you hold up one of the pieces, please, Mrs. Triggle, so we can see?
Want to make cut pieces?
Yes, please.
So they're tiny. They
Oh,
don't need to be
Tiny
very
little bits
big
of
at
onion
all.
like that.
So there we go. There's my onion done. Now watch.
Go.
So now I'm just going to place the bits of onion on top of mine because I know Mrs. Cornelius isn't a fan.
Don't like onion very much.
There we go. Just going to put it on one half, just like that.
I am going to have chicken and sweet corn on mine. So I'm going to get some chicken. Make sure the chicken is cooked. You either have a chicken breast or you can buy chicken from the supermarket in the packets like you buy ham. It's up to you, but I had this one at home, so I cooked it. We make small little chunks of chicken and we're just going to place it on top of the pizza. Make sure your hands are clean, just like that. Place it on top of the pizza. There we go. Just like that. I love chicken and sweet corn, so I'm going to apply the chicken on. There we are. There's our chicken one done.
Lovely.
Put this back in the fridge.
Yes, keep it safe. Right, the next thing I'm going to chop is the pepper. So here's my pepper. I'm sure you've all seen peppers before. So start by just taking the top off to get rid of the stalk. So there's my stalk. It's like a lid.
It is like a little lid.
So that again is going to go into the food waste. And now I'm going to de-seed it. So I'm going to get rid of all those seeds in the middle. Just going to carefully run my knife down the inside. You might need to pull these bits out, but they just come out. 1, 2. Now I have got lots of seeds left inside. Look at those.
Just do a
And
tap.
then, all clean. So again, I'm going to cut my pepper into
8.
no
Half.
half. So I've got 2 pieces. I'm going to cut this one again though.
Okay, so what does that make it then?
What do you think, Mrs. Cornelius? If I cut them again, how many pieces have I got?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Four
4 equal
pieces.
pieces.
So that means I've cut it into
Quarters.
quarters. Well done. And now
Thank
I'm
you.
just gently slice my pepper into strips.
Thin little strips.
Thin strips. Don't want them too big again. Again, this is probably a grown-up job. So, I've just cut them into thin strips. And again, I'm just going to place them on top of the onion I did earlier.
Oh, lovely. That smells really nice.
You
It's
could
very
make a
fresh.
face.
Very fresh veggie.
Would you like me to cut you
Pizza
any
at the moment.
pepper, Mrs. Cornelius?
No, thank you. I won't
Okay.
have pepper, Mrs. T.
So we'll leave that again to the side for now.
Now, my turn. I'm going to pop some sweet corn onto my chicken because I love chicken and sweet corn. This is easy. You can either get some, buy it in a tin, and like I've done, and you can just take some out with a spoon, because I put it in here with a spoon because I don't want to put your fingers in a tin. Or you can get mum or dad to help you cook a little bit up in the saucepan, just to sprinkle over the top. Sprinkle over the top of the chicken, just like that.
It does look a little bit like pebbles that you're sprinkling there.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Well, they're not pebbles. They're sweet corn pebbles. There we are. There's my sweet corn. I'm making 2 separate ones, Mrs. Triggle. What are you making? Are you making 2 separate flavoured ones?
I am.
Okay.
I am indeed.
So what are we going to put on the top? Do I have to walk to the fridge again now?
Oh.
Or are you going to put something else
Well,
on that one?
I'm going to chop some ham.
Ah, I'll go to the fridge.
Put it on my other one. I'm just going to leave onions and peppers on my first part. And I'm going to take a couple of pieces of ham out of the packet. Keep it together for now. Pop it on my chopping board. And I'm going to cut it first into strips.
That's a good idea.
Like that. And then once I've cut it into strips, I'm going to cut it into small squares. There we go, there's all the strips cut. So now I'm going to cut it again into small squares. Just small enough to fit on top of your pizza. Oh, Mrs. Cornelius, what are you chopping?
I'm chopping up a pineapple. This is to go with my ham. Do you like ham or pineapple?
I'm not sure about pineapple on a pizza.
Ah, well, oh dear. That's okay. Not everyone likes the same things. But this is quite tricky because the skin on a pineapple, if you buy a fresh one, it's quite tough. So chop a slice and then you've got to get all this hard green skin off. So I prefer to just cut it off in little slices as I use it. If not, you can buy a tin of pineapple, and again, get your grown-up to help you because I don't want you cutting your fingers on the tin. Okay?
That would be awful.
It would.
No first aid.
And then we cut it in half, and there's a hard bit in pineapple. The centre is quite tough and you don't really want to eat it. So we cut it in half, and then we cut round the centrepiece and we throw it away. Are you ready to do your next bit, Mrs. Tree?
Well, mine are all done.
Oh, okay.
So we're just waiting for Mrs. Cornelius to finish chopping her pineapple, then she can throw it on her pizza. Oh, no.
Throw it? No, I'm not going to throw it. I might make a mess.
Oh, that's true.
And I don't want to waste any pineapple.
No.
We are going to slice it into tiny little slices like this.
Oh, I see.
Just like this. Make little excuse me. Make little cuts to make thin slices of pineapple. If you carry on, Mrs. T, because you
Okay.
don't like pineapple, do you?
Well, I've left you some ham there to go with your pineapple,
thank you
Mrs.
so
Cornelius. I'm just going to pop to the fridge
Okay.
because the next thing we need
Is Play-Doh.
Oh, I'll see if I can find some.
Okay.
Let me have a look in the fridge.
Would you like Play-Doh on your pizzas?
Oh, sprinkled nicely.
No. So I'm first on my second one. I'm going to put some ham on. Right, Mrs. T? I'm going to just place the ham on.
No, I didn't find any Play-Doh, but I did find some grated cheese, so I thought that might be better.
Okay, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Put it on.
Oh, looking good there.
I can't throw any of that ham away, so we're going to have to use it up because we don't like waste, do we?
We don't know. We only throw away
So there's
the
the
bits
ham.
we can't eat.
Now I'm going to place on some pineapple. Okay? It's very sweet and very juicy, this pineapple.
I can smell it. It smells lovely. But I don't know about cooking it on a pizza.
There we go. Oh, I'm going to have... Yum.
Mrs. Cornelius. Right. Next step is to sprinkle a little more grated cheese over the top, just to finish them off. Oh, look at that. Once those have gone in the oven, oh, my cheese is falling off. Deary me. Oh, that one doesn't want to stay.
Oh dear.
That bit of cheese didn't like my pizza. I said, don't cook me, don't cook me. Right. There you go, Mrs. Cornelius. Are you adding anything else, or are you ready to cheese?
I'm ready to cheese. Cheese, please. Just a little bit. I don't want to overpower the flavour of the yummy toppings. There we go. What are we going to do next? Are we going to put them in the fridge?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Can we eat them raw?
You probably could, but I wouldn't suggest it.
Okay. Maybe then we should cook them.
Ah. On these, maybe?
Oh, magic! Where did they come from?
Here's one I found earlier.
What a sweet corn on that one.
There we
too.
go.
Mm-mm.
So what I'm going to do now is carefully pick up my pizza and pop it on to the tray. Just like that. A little bit apart.
Onto
Just
the
so.
baking tray. Just like that.
Just so.
There we go. Look.
That way you can see they're ready to go in the fridge.
Pardon?
In the fridge.
Shall we put them in the fridge, guys? 2 French bread pizzas ready to go in the fridge.
Oh, I'm not sure. No, wrong way, Mrs. Cornelius. I meant the oven.
Okay.
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 So these are going in the oven, which we have put on ready at 200 degrees, and we're going to put them in for about 10 minutes.
About 10. Yeah. Keep checking them though.
Yeah. Or until your cheese has melted. That way you know they're nice and crispy and ready to eat.
Oh, yum.
So in they go, ready to cook.
Your adult needs to do this because this is very warm, Mrs. T.
It will be.
Woo! Woo!
That's it, and they're in.
In we go. That's it. Right. 10 minutes.
We have one thing left to chop. We haven't used this because we don't like it, but we're going to show you how to chop it just in case you do. This is my mushroom. First thing I'm going to do is take the stalk out. We don't want that bit, so I'm going to put that on the side. What you can then do is take the skin off, and you just have to peel it. It's a bit like peeling an orange, really.
It is, but it's not as tough because orange skin can be quite tough, can't it?
This comes off really easy.
You've got to be very gentle with a mushroom because it's quite sensitive.
But you should only eat mushrooms you buy from the supermarket.
Oh yes, definitely.
Don't ever eat any that you have found anywhere because you don't know what they are. Right, that's all my skin off. So there's my mushroom top. I'm just going to slice it very thinly and very carefully into small slices. They're funny looking things inside.
Yeah, they're like, it's like little hairs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like little brown hairs.
And there we have one perfectly sliced mushroom.
Mm.
You can cut them up smaller if you wanted to put them smaller pieces on your pizza. So just cut them into small pieces. And there's our mushroom, ready to go.
Yummy. Shall I just check the pizzas, Mrs.
Yeah,
T?
we need to check see if they're ready. Right, we've got our cooling racks ready to put our trays on. Our pizzas are smelling amazing.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Mrs. Cornelius is about to get them out of the oven.
I've got my
Are
oven
you
gloves
ready?
now because it's going to be really hot. Okay.
Yeah, this is a grown-up job.
Why am I doing it then?
Oh, that's true. Perhaps I should have
Oh
done it.
dear. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
Oh dear. That looks absolutely
They look
delicious.
fantastic.
Wow, well done. I think we deserve a big pat on the back for
Round
that.
of applause, definitely.
Okay.
Now, what we will say is these, I know some people think pizza is unhealthy, but when you think about what we've put on our pizza, we've put vegetables on because we've got onions,
Pepper.
yeah, we possibly mushroom if you
Maybe
use that,
mushrooms, yep. Sweet corn.
sweet corn, there's another vegetable, fruit,
And fruit has gone on there. So that's 4 of your 5 a day.
true,
The pineapple is a fruit. So that's 3 veg, 1 fruit.
Yeah.
4 of your 5 a day.
we've got protein in the chicken
And the ham.
and the ham. You've also got something in the cheese that is good for your bones and your teeth, isn't it?
It is. And it helps them to grow really strong. And your hair actually. Helps your bones, your teeth and your hair to grow really strong.
It's called calcium, and we all need it to keep us all growing strong.
The main source of calcium is milk.
It is.
And we use milk to make cheese. There is one other thing that's maybe not quite as healthy, but your body still needs some of this every single day. Do you know what that is? It's the bread. And it's called, it's a really long word. Right.
Carb.
Carbo. Hydrate. Carbohydrate. Carbohydrates. Now you try and say that. Go on. Well done, guys. Hopefully, when you get this video, you can make yourself and your brothers and sisters and your mum and your dad and your grandparents, make them all a really healthy, yummy lunch.
Be careful, they are still very hot. Let them cool down.
We'll
We'll see you again next week. Take care, stay safe.